All right, folks, it might be a little hard to hear me. I've got the furnace blower on. The blower is just a big fan. It's in your furnace, and it can circulate air throughout the system while the heating element is not on. So there's no combustion happening in here. It's just moving air. And right now, these two pipes up here, these are white PVC pipes. One of them brings in fresh air when combustion is happening in the appliance, and the other one exhales all of the unhealthy byproducts of combustion that you don't want in your house. 96-ish% of the heat that's created stays in the house, and the other 4% of that heat gets piped out of the house through this PVC pipe here and back, and because it contains a lot of this extra stuff that's harmful. So right now, I'm going to be cutting these two pipes because I'm going to be removing them, because eventually I'm going to remove the whole furnace. I'm going to cut them over here on the right-hand side where my hand is, so that if I need to put them back in, if the heat pump doesn't keep up in the cold winters of Wisconsin, then I won't have to go out and rebuy more pipe, but I can just use a joiner piece here and push them back together and reuse the same pipe. So I'll be hanging on to this stuff for at least through the winter and maybe like a yearish or more, put it out in the garage. So I got ear protection, I got my eyes on, and when you cut PVC, if you use this grinder wheel here, it puts off a really nasty smell. It's probably not good for you to breathe. So ideally you'd use like a hacksaw or like one of those the saws that cut with the battery that go back and forth really fast. I forget the name of it. But I'm just gonna probably use this little vibrating tool by Ryobi. If that goes too slow, I'll switch over to this thing. But I got the ventilation thing going on in the house, and I have a fresh air system going through here, so we're trying to pump a lot of fresh air in here while I'm working. Here we go. I'm surprised that I lined it up pretty good. So it's almost a square cut. That's totally free. Now we'll do the other one right over here. There we go. Guys, that's much better quality grinder. So now, folks, I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to. There's a little ring on the other side here. I'm just gonna pop it off. So right, tighty, lefty, loosey. Just break it loose. Oh, duh. So. This pipe, guys, it's not connected up there, right? So it's literally leaning. So as soon as I bring it upright, now I can spin this nut with my hand. And look at that. Comes off. No sweat. Look, this is the Iron Man thing, right? Okay. Jarvis. Perfect. This guy should. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, let's make this up easy. Now this guy should. Okay, guys, this thing right here in front of me that I'm pointing at here, that is where there's a coil in there shaped like an A. Okay, it's called the A coil, and that black line is where the refrigerant runs into, and it, along with that other copper line. That whole piece is coming out along with this piece down here, this thing right here. So what I had to do was, you see all these little screws right there? I took a 1/4-inch socket. This is called a socket wrench. That's a 1/4-inch bit on the end, and these are just these little self-tapping hex head screw, and those were all around the outside of this thing, right up there on that little lip, right up there, and on that side, and over on this side. So I had to go around the whole thing and remove all those screws. And you're probably wondering, what's all that gray crap on the side, right? That's called mastic. And I used it to seal all of the joints. It's one thing, guys, to just produce the cool, dehumidified air or the warm air. It's another thing to deliver the air to the right location. Okay, so even though my ducts are all within conditioned space, you see they're all up here, there's another one there, blah, blah, blah. It's all within my basement. We heat and cool this basement. It's conditioned because we condition the air. We heat it and we cool it, we dehumidify it. It's expensive air. Even though that's the case, we still need to get the air to certain locations. You know, if we just had it's super leaky and all the air was coming down here in the basement, nothing would get upstairs and we'd be uncomfortable, right? So all that gray stuff is mastic. So I took off all the screws. Now I'm gonna have to cut into that mastic to peel. This thing is gonna go away, and that thing down there, all right? And this upper ductwork, that thing's called the plenum. That's gonna have to get reworked a little bit too. But that's what I was doing in this next step.